What's up, everyone? Paul here from the Hoops Crew. Feeling a little bit dusty today. As many of you will know, my lack of presence was noted during post-game live and our reaction videos this week. But I'm back here today for Nuff of the Week. And I've caught up on the Cats and Hawks game, having been absent for a Bucks night. And I noticed something during the game that caught my eye and warranted some discussion. Mabior Chol, you're the Nuff of the Week this week. Why, you might be asking, especially if you're not necessarily a fan of the Cats or the Hawks and so didn't necessarily tune into the game. But let me paint a bit of a picture for you, because it's not the best of reading, I guess, for the bloke specifically. As many will know, the Cats won the game against the Hawks pretty comprehensively. We blew them out of the water really, really early on in the game, and then we just kind of held ground, increasing the lead marginally with every quarter for the remainder of the game. Now, in the second quarter, and keep in mind, the Hawks they kicked one goal in the first term to, 6, 7? What did we kick in the first? I don't know, quite a few. And, passed up a lot of others through some inaccuracy. During the second term, Mabior Chol had the opportunity to kick Hawthorn's third goal of the game. And he did so. The ball was delivered very, very well to him, I might add, with that inside 50 there, and he got a shot on goal and he nailed it. And what did he do when he kicked that goal? Well, the KO replay, for some reason, cuts a little bit. But at the very, very end, I caught a little bit of this. He's hushing the Geelong crowd. Now, I play a lot of sport. I've played a lot of football. I've played a lot of cricket. I continue to play basketball to this very day. And I'm all for some theatrics in sport. It's entertaining. It's fun. Within your team, it can kind of give everyone a little bit of gusto and energy, and there's all the right sort of, and this can be really good when there's a crowd and there's the opportunity to do so. My question, Mabior, when you're down by 41 points at the time that you have the shot and 35 after you kick the goal, is that really the time when you're in front of a Geelong crowd, what I would imagine was probably a 90-95% Geelong crowd to 5 to 10% Hawthorn? Is that really the time to start hushing the audience, the crowd? Is that... I feel like that's completely divorced from a bit of context and game sense and brain power, really. To act like that when you've kicked your first goal for the game. It wasn't a difficult shot on goal. You executed something that, as a key forward, you should be just expected to execute. I know that not all key forwards do it, and it is a difficult game, and at times it can be hard to kick the set shot. But you kicked a very conventional set shot from a fairly basic and simple sort of distance. Your team is now trailing by 35 points, and you turn around and hush the crowd? Mate, seriously. That's Nuff for the week sort of stuff. That's top shelf nuffery. And from that point, and I'll bring up Mabior's stats for the game. I'm not going to project it this time. I'm not nearly organized enough to do it. Oh no, I can probably pull it off. Hang on, give me one sec. Share screen. Let's go. All right, let's bring it up. Here we go. Let's go searching for Mabior Chol's contributions in this match. We'll sort by goals. We'll start scrolling through. So he had 8 touches. He got 6 kicks. He kicked 2 goals. Like, fine. I guess when your team only kicks 9, 2 of them's not too bad. But again, let's not lose sight of when this happened. Right here. The 19-minute mark of the second term, you've kicked your first goal. Your team is now trailing by 35 points. And you decide to hush the crowd. It's dumb. We see this happen in the AFL, and it's usually perfectly fine to do so. You're in front. You're the visiting team in front of the interstate, or kind of, I guess, Geelong's not an interstate team, but the heavily one-sided crowd. And you're winning. And you're kind of really upsetting them a little bit. And maybe they're booing because they feel like they're not getting the rub of the green and things aren't going their way, and you've gone and kicked another goal to just rub the salt into the wound a bit further. And so you give them a little bit. You give them a shh. That's fine. That's funny. But when you do that and you're trailing by 35 points when you're trailing by 6 goals, essentially, at that particular point in time, you're the one that looks like a fool. So Mabior, Chol, your 1 goal to that point. I don't know when you kicked your second. I can't remember exactly now off the top of my head. There we go. You kicked your second in the third and basically just went silent from that point because, again, stats show that you got 8 touches for the match. Big game, mate. Please, Mabior, Chol, and any other player who wants to hush the crowd, I appreciate that it's a fun thing to do. There's a time and a place for it. But when you're getting significantly pulverized by your opponent, and the only reason that opponent isn't much further in front is because they've kicked in accurately. Let's not lose sight of the fact that up to that stage, we'd kicked 5 behinds in the first 5 minutes of the match. 3 of them were Jeremy Cameron behinds, and they were all pretty much sitters. We could have been in front by 10 goals at that particular point in time, potentially. You were lucky to be where you're at. You were lucky to be behind by 35 points at that particular point. Just dial down the stupidity, please. That's all we're asking. Just dial down the stupidity. You don't need to behave like that. It's not worth it. It's not funny. You're entertaining nobody. And you're probably just being laughed at by the crowd. And what I would encourage is anyone who's watching this video right now, if you're a Geelong supporter and you're in the crowd, just let me know what the response was like, because it's not something the cameras picked up. The commentary team at Fox didn't really refer to it at all. Again, the replay, it cuts awkwardly, and all you see is kind of hushing at the very, very end of it. And I had to watch the replay. I didn't get to watch it live. So I don't know if there was something got cut out. I'm not too sure. But I think it was just a technical hiccup. But if you're at the game, please let me know what the response was like. I have to imagine that people were laughing at him, because it's just stupid behavior. Beyond that, though, I want to take the opportunity in this Nuff of the Week, because I didn't do the match reaction this week. Ben took the reins on that one. I have, as I said, I've gone and watched the match now, and there was a few quick takeaways. Obviously, the forward 50 potency has been great. Brad Close getting 4, Jeremy Cameron kicking 4 goals 4. He's still a bit wobbly in front of the sticks at the moment. 3 of those in the first 5 minutes of the match. It was great. Gary Rowan, congratulations on your 200th game, and a pretty solid output there as well. Shannon Neal's really looking the part as the key forward at the moment. He's coming along quite well. Very, very stoked for what Sam DeConing is doing at the moment too, as a ruckman. Don't know whether the eventual plan will be to send him back to full back. I think that still feels like the logical thing, because we are lacking height, and there are a few key forwards in this competition that will stretch us for height as well as strength. And while he doesn't necessarily have, the muscle yet to really compete with some of them, he does have height and reach, and that's a valuable asset. So I'll be interested to see how things play out from there. But very much the team performance, it was great to see. Very, very stoked to be a Cat supporter right now. Things are trending in the right direction. And as we wrap things up, I'll take one final opportunity. Mabior, Chol, you're enough. Don't behave like that again. Or if you do, the next time, make sure you're in front. Make sure you're going to win. God forbid, do not do it and then go on to lose the game after that, because that would be cherry on top kind of stuff. Anyway, Cats fans, thank you, and neutrals, thank you very, very much for watching. Remain Geelong strong. Check out all the Hoops Crew content on the YouTube channel. Check out our Patreon. I've got the scratching post going up there. Videos multiple times a week where I'm just discussing a topic from my car while I'm thinking. It's not produced. There's no quality control. It is exactly what I'm thinking as I'm thinking it while I'm driving. Who knows what ramblings we might see down the line. Go check that out as well. There's also previews and a whole range of other Patreon exclusive content there that you can get for $6 in the month. $6 for the whole month. The cost of one coffee is all it takes for you to get access to a whole bunch of stuff, early access as well as exclusives. Go check it all out. Paul James Games for me on socials, the Hoops Crew on social media for all the Hoops Crew branding on all the different platforms. Go check all that out as well. Thanks a lot for watching. Remain Geelong strong. Mabior, you're enough. See you later.